What's going on, everyone? This is Badass Veer, and today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Captain Marvel. This is from the Odin Build-A-Figure wave, and I gotta say, it's a very nice figure. Just like with the Scarlet Witch, I really like this figure quite a bit. We haven't gotten Carol Danvers, who I believe this is at the moment. We haven't got this version of her before, which is very nice. I'm really digging this figure a lot because I really like the head sculpt quite a bit. I think the hair is very nicely painted. Just all aspects. I really like this body too. It seems really fit for some reason. I know it's a reused mold, but for some reason I feel like the thighs are a little bit bigger, and it just seems like she's more toned in the body, if that makes sense. Some of the other ones don't feel that way. Maybe it's just the colors, I don't know, but something's a little bit different about this figure, but I like it. So, yeah. Like I said, I really like the head sculpt of this figure. This is her with her mohawk and her mask. White eyes, nicely painted lips, nothing too bad. I mean, there's some paint in the wrong places here and there, but I really gotta say, I like the hair a lot. I wasn't thinking that there was going to be any detailing in the hair, but there is some very nice shading going on. It's kind of like kind of looks like I guess like cinnamon oatmeal, if that makes sense. That's the kind of color it looks like, which sounds weird, but this is what that's kind of what it looks like to me. It's kind of like a sandy blonde, I guess. Very nice looking. It's very nicely detailed too. This is quite nice. I wasn't expecting the hair to look this nice in terms of paint, and I really like it a lot. In terms of the rest of the head sculpt, she's got this sculpting on the side of her ears. I don't know how you want to say it, but there's like these little lines. It kind of looks like something going around her ear. Face is pretty good. Like I said, the eyes are painted white, I believe. Probably could have used another coat because it kind of looks like the black is bleeding through. But still pretty nice. You can't really tell from afar, but very nice looking indeed. If we pop this off and bring in the other head of the maskless version, also very nice. I like this head quite a bit. A lot of people said it was pretty glossy. It's not too terribly bad. I think the hair kind of distracts that because I really like this hair. I like the way it's sculpted, and I just love the paint. It looks so good. I don't know if the camera is gonna bring it up in the right color because it looks like it's a little bit brighter, but it's actually just kind of like a sandy blonde hair. It's kind of like flat paint, but it's got some shading in it, and it's just amazing looking. I love the way this paint looks. I love when you know, they can paint the hair very nicely in figures, and it just has very nice shading, and it looks great. In terms of the rest of her face, it's very nice. I mean, it is kind of a glimmery looking plastic, but I can get past that. It's not too crazy. But yeah, I don't know which head I want to pose her with too. It's kind of hard. I mean, they're both really nice. I really like her hair a lot on both sides, so I don't know. But anyways, rest of the figure is very nice. Mine didn't come with too many paint blemishes. I mean, it's kind of hard with you know, the way they paint things and how they have to mold it, but there's some parts where you can tell it probably needed a little bit more paint in terms of coating, but at least it's not too scratched up or anything like that, so that's okay with me. It's not too noticeable from afar, like I said. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else to complain about. I mean, the only thing I really have a problem with is her arms, and that they're kind of loose a little bit, more so on this one. I just feel like it's gonna break at some point, and it kind of bothers me. So I don't know if I'll just have to end up picking another one up just to be sure. But I mean, as you can see, her bicep is pretty loose, and that's never a good sign. And her shoulders are what probably caused it, because it's so like tight that you have to kind of put pressure on that joint to make it work. But if I just put her on display, it should be no big deal. But I don't think I'll have a problem getting another one of these at the store at some point. So yeah, really that's about it. She's got pretty much dark blue paint throughout the body with the red for the boots. They got some buttons painted yellow on the side here, as well on the side of her forearms. The paint up here, like I said, is okay. Just needed a couple more coats. I don't know if this is painted red here or if it's molded red. I'm not sure how it worked out, but it looks nice regardless, so I don't think there's too much more to say about it. But in terms of articulation, the head is on just a single ball peg, so her head can get a good range of motion on both heads. Characters with shorter hair tend to have better articulation in the head, so good range of motion. I mean, you can't look up too high, but she does have the ability to bend back, which we'll get to in a second, which kind of helps out a little bit. Like I said, arms can go in and out the shoulder, rotate 360 degrees. She's got a bicep swivel, single joint in the elbow, which gets a good 90 degrees, and that also rotates. She's got a hinge in the wrist as well as a swivel. Both hands, by the way, are fists, which is fine by me. She comes with one little purple accessory to go over her fist, which I think is just a reused piece from Jubilee. It's fine by me. Although I wish they would have given her like 2 of them to put over each fist. That way you could kind of make it look like she has 2 of them. But regardless, it's still nice. She's got a diaphragm joint which goes very far back. Not so much forward, but that's okay with me. I don't really want her to go that far forward anyways. Gets a good range of motion. Legs can go forward and back, in and out. Not very far out though. It's about as far as they get. This thing is a separate piece and it kind of flops around a lot, but that's okay with me. Doesn't get in the way of her leg articulation, which is nice. She's got an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and a hinge in the foot, as well as an ankle pivot. So tons of articulation. I really love this new female mold. I guess it's not technically new anymore, but it's more recent than what we were getting before. So I really like this figure a lot. It's very nice. I would say if you can find her, don't hesitate to pick her up. I would recommend checking Amazon out quite frequently, because I know that like it kind of comes on whenever at certain points. It's kind of random, at least I think it is, but sometimes she'll be up for quite a while before they go out of stock, and sometimes it's kind of like out of stock immediately. I would check Targets Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and maybe on Sundays. It's kind of just depends. I would see, if you go in on one of those days, I would see how many they have, and then kind of gauge it on maybe give it another like Friday. Like say you go on a Wednesday, go in on a Friday, skip Friday, maybe look Sunday, but then come back Monday, maybe they'll have something new. It just kind of depends when they run out and when the new case ships, is what I typically find is probably what the deal is. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good time finding her. Shouldn't be too hard. I would recommend maybe just getting the whole wave, because I think in whole, the whole wave is pretty much worth it, except for maybe Thor, but we'll get to him when we get to him. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Please check out my other figure reviews and upcoming reviews in the future, and please rate, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.